Okay.
I just
Okay.
I just want to see if you jump. Yeah, I mean, come on, goblins and kobolds in their like main area. There's traps
Oh yeah.
everywhere.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I figure if if I can figure out how to get these traps to work in,
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
you've run into two so far. We'll see if you run into any more.
Two tra Two of the little spike strips, or just two traps?
Two traps. The cage dropped down on you.
Oh yeah. Interesting. I hope to not run into more. Now I'm gonna have to start checking doors for traps and like sliding a scimitar around the edges.
Right. Okay, so you move into that next room, having moved the spike strip sort of away from the choke point of that room, which is probably what I should have called it earlier if I'd been
Yeah.
thinking. Is about 20 to 30 feet wide, and the room sort of undulates once or twice, right? Because it's just an unworked cavern, right? It's just been
hmm
excavated. Whatever dug it up was either kind of loosely following a direction it needed to go, or it was chasing ore or a vein, right? And not going in a
Yeah.
specific path. It connects to the same depression at the end that you saw from the other side, so you can kind of see. Not you don't actually have line of sight where you were sitting before, but you can see where it was. There's like a jut of rock kind of covering it,
Mm-hmm.
but you can see like, oh yeah, we're pretty close to that. And then it
Gotcha.
sort of bends around the depression. The depression, think right, this giant, massive, like 60 by 60 foot hole,
hmm
and then it goes that way. So you'd have to slide down there to explore further, and then these three fingered cave networks sort of come in alongside of it. As you turn and
Interesting.
look, you see the cavern goes back towards like the actual dungeon complex. You think it
hmm
might connect over there somewhere,
hmm
but above you, you're seeing the snake way, right? It comes down, and
Interesting.
then the rock, right, is kind of jutting out from it, this natural rock. And at the very top, underneath the domed ceiling,
hmm
appears to be a stone that's floating, just
Huh.
defying gravity.
How high up? So like just below the ceiling floating there?
Yeah, like 60 or 70 feet up.
What? I wanna I kind of want to shoot it, but that if he it's like it would be a real tough shot. Um Also I don't know what it would trigger. Shoot this thing or don't shoot it? That's a good question.
Riergan's just looking at it. Just like,
Or,
it's magic.
yeah. Could be. Let's see. From my limited knowledge of magic, there's spells that can make things float. Could be one of those.
Could be a spell that makes it float. Yep. Rocks don't usually
Yeah,
float on their own.
yeah. I mean, could be a special type. It could be like a rock from like another dimension.
Could be a
Make
rock
it
from
float.
another dimension. Yep.
I really wish I had gone to a magic class.
Just like, I mean, I went to
Shit.
magic class, but
Yeah.
they don't, there's not really a rocks section. That's like a different class.
Magiology.
She's like, if it's an iron stone, then
Oh,
it's an iron stone.
how big is this thing? Does it seem?
Oh, it's so way up there.
Ooh, like is it like close to a wall?
It's up on the ceiling. I don't know. You see the same thing I do.
Oh no, I was asking you, the GM.
I mean, it's up near the roof of the. So
Gotcha.
the snake way was probably once natural stone that has been worked into just a pathway that you can bring caravans up and down, right? And
hmm
so half of the dungeon complex, like 2/3 of this level, is worked into
hmm
usable space.
hmm
And then 1/3 of it is still this raw cavern. So there's
hmm
just a chunk of stone that like is left over from when they started peeling everything away, and then like
Gotcha.
the twisting cave network that descends into the earth.
I will. I don't want to shoot it because that might cause some weird magic stuff, but I am gonna another mental map marker
Mm-hmm.
that's there. All right, and are there any other like caves leading out from that semicircle?
Just one that looks like it goes back into the dungeon complex.
I'll I'll go in there and see what's up.
Okay.
Might be a mop. Yeah. Cause like, or even if it's like another door or something, could be useful.
Roll me a dex saving throw.
Woo! 13 plus 3, 16.
Okay. So, Riergan, I have rolled two 20s and two 1s so far tonight. I don't know if
Oh,
she's
was
rolled
this a
anything
1?
else. No, this is actually the other 20.
Oh,
She rolled a 1
good.
for her Arcana check to figure out what the
Magic rock
yeah,
is.
what that hedron was.
Oh, uh-oh. Jinkies.
She grabs the back of your shirt. She's like, "Come on!" And she points, and there's another spike strip. Although this one, it's the same purpose, but it does look fundamentally different construction. Whereas the first one was like diamonds, right, of like thin kind of steel type material. This one is like curved copper or brass, right? It's got like more of the wired wire wrap look,
The hey?
but does functionally the same thing, right?
It snapshot and hurts your foot or
Yes.
leg.
Yeah, keeps you trapped and hurts a little bit.
Okay, I will cautiously dig that one up and push it off to the side as well. I can use these torches that
Yeah.
neither of us need super
It's
bad.
like this is just them defending their territory.
Okay. So, I mean, if it is them, though, because I was wondering if it was something else. Well,
No, this is definitely kobold and goblin make.
I wonder which is the. You think the pointy ones were the kobolds and the curly ones are the goblins?
No, I think the opposite.
Curly ones are
We're closer to
kobolds,
the
pointies.
kobold area right now.
Gotcha, gotcha. All right, so cautiously watching my step and pushing a torch around the sand to check for traps, I will
Yeah.
go towards that one that leads to the cave complex.
Yeah, it takes you another 30 or 40 feet in, the passageway narrowing the whole time. And you
Ooh.
can't help but feel like a little nervous as you're moving through it, right? You make it all the way to the back. And it's your call if you want to walk all the way there. But, you know, at about the last 20 feet, you can see that there is just a door, right?
Oh, I'm real curious about that door. First thing, I'm gonna go up to the door, scimitars at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna poke the door a couple of times.
Okay.
Shake my camera.
Yep, you poked the door quite vigorously, I would say.
Is it bleeding?
It's not.
It's not a mimic. Oh boy. All right. Whew, trap
She's like,
one.
wow, actually,
Check.
good thought. I just thought you were being stupid.
No, you gotta check if a door's a mimic because you reach for the handle and then you stick to it and then it punches you. And then you have to just do offhand weapon attacks, which is awkward. Percept the door for traps and check for like tripwires and little things and like kind of run the scimitar around the edges and see that sort of thing, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll perception. We're gonna help you.
All right, so probably gonna go with Riergan's higher roll,
What would you get?
a 3.
Okay. Yeah, Reargan goes, and she's like lightly pushing on it. She's like, I can feel a little bit of tension on it,
Hmm.
but I don't. It doesn't like you know. You ran the spine. We checked it. Seems okay.
Can I? So, is there space for how far can I slip my scimitar in, like between like the crack between the door and the frame?
Probably about 3 or 4 inches, and then you can feel it hit something.
It's I pull my scimitar back and I want to inspect if the end is wet
Nope.
or has anything on it. I will check and see if without opening and maybe even trying to like hold it shut, see if the door seems locked or unlocked.
Yeah, so you're applying pressure to the door, and you can kind of feel what she's saying. It does feel like there's a little bit of tension on that door.
Mm-hmm.
And you start to turn the door handle.
Yeah, just to see if it would
Okay.
unlock or not.
Yeah, it
Or, like,
starts to open.
Okay. Riergan,
Yeah.
take a few steps back, Riergan.
Okay. She takes a few steps back and
All right, I'm going to attempt to. Does it open towards me or away from me?
it feels like towards you.
Towards me. I'm going to attempt to kind of pull it open and dash back a ways.
Nice.
So I can be as far from the door as I can be while it is like kind of like throw it open and then as it's swinging
You
open,
open
run
and jump
back.
and kind of jump back in the same motion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you open the door.
Okay.
I
Okay.
just want to see if you jump.
A little bit, yeah. What?
I also didn't want to
So-
blow everyone's eardrums up. So you turn and open the door, and when you finally pass the point of no return with the latch, the door is spring loaded and opens up, and like 27 snakes launch out at you, but they're all fake. They're all paper. But for just a moment, you're like, "Oh, I'm covered in snakes!" And then
Holy
it's tons of like paper and folded and like snake skin wrap, right? And you're just like covered head to toe in like these gaudy colored snakes, and Riergan just fucking laughing hysterically at you.
You said there's 27 of them?
Yes,
I'm adding 27 gaudy paper snakes to my inventory.
yes, you have beaten the trap. It's 2 doors, right? So the first door is spring loaded to launch open and cover you in snakes and scare you, and then
Oh my
behind it
God.
is another door.
I stab the other door. Make sure.
Okay.
Does the door bleed?
No, but your pride is certainly wounded, isn't it?
God damn it! Let's go over this again for traps because this is gonna be the actually trapped door.
We get one door just kind of soften you up.
Yeah. So again, a trap check on this one because this is
Yeah.
gonna be the one actually trapped.
Yeah.
And that winds up being 14 from me.
Nice. So as you're kind of checking it out, when you've sussed out that there don't seem to be any needle traps, there don't seem to be any little like pincers or biters or anything, right? This door is in fact locked.
Gotcha. Well, key ring time. You never know.
Never know.
Roll a d6.
Correct.
Got a 5.
All right. No such luck on this door, my friendo.
Oh, shucks. Don't even know what I'm rolling for with these.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so it is locked. That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, at least I have 27 paper snakes. And I'm assuming with like the bear trap style things, they are probably not stable enough for me to try and add them to my inventory.
They're so big, you know.
Oh, okay. Wait, how big are these? Because I don't know what I'm exactly picturing.
They're like about 10 feet long.
Oh,
They're a spike
okay.
strip that
Okay.
that each individual part can snap and snare you.
Okay, gotcha. I was picturing, yeah, no, I don't know why I was picturing these were like 1 foot across. The fact that this is where they're setting up their traps, though, is interesting.
Speaks a lot to the depression.
Oh no. Uh-oh. I'll say we go back to the depression because this door's locked. I'm assuming this thing's pretty deep, and I'm assuming I'm not able to really see into the bottom of it.
It's not like super deep. How big is your dark vision? 30 or 60?
I want to say it's only 60. Riergan, or mine I think is only 30. Riergan's might be 60. Let me double check.
Yeah, I think it's about a 50 foot slide down in there, so she can see a little bit of it. Conversely, down there, it's like hard packed dirt and big, like boulder limestone that like hasn't moved in a long time.
I don't know if I like that.
Yeah.
Last time I went into a pit, I almost got killed.
True.
How steep is the descent here?
You would not want to go down there without climbing equipment.
Okay, sounds good. So in that case, we shall backtrack, and I'm again gonna like look up at that weird floating rock as we pass it.
Yeah, looking at it wistfully.
Wait, wishing I had our Arcana. Wait, I don't have Arcana trained, do I?
Just like I'm telling you, Ironstone.
I have Arcana trained. Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure.
It doesn't matter.
You walk away back towards the actual encampment, nodding your head. Ironstone. Okay.
I got a 2, which becomes a 6, admittedly.
Yeah, she got a crit 1, so.
Yeah, so Ironstone seems reasonable, I suppose, with a 6.
Yeah.
That's sad. Did you say that near the snake there were a couple of isolated rooms?
Yep.
Let's maybe go check out some of those.
All right.